Anyway, it is time for the movie review, if you're ready.
I am.
Let's get into it.
In a world of movie references flying over his head, one man will finally watch them. This is the Matt and Blonde Show movie review.
Tonight's movie is Monty Python's 1979 entry Life of Brian, in which a boy named Brian is born on the same date next door to Jesus Christ, only to be confused for the Messiah later in life and sentenced to the same fate, crucifixion. Now, we don't have nominator commentary this week because, if you recall back to last week's show, we called an audible because this is the birthday pick of Blonde's dad. Happy birthday to Blonde's dad.
Happy birthday, Dad.
I
Love
figured
you.
in lieu of the nominator commentary, you could give us an idea of why your dad is eager to have us watch and review this movie.
Wow, I don't even know the answer to that. My dad he's always quoted this movie. I think that with millennials especially, we don't have this taste for British humor or sketch comedy that our parents did. But I think the stuff on Catholicism and on religion, there are just excellent one-liners throughout. And my dad has just been repeating them my whole life. He just loves this film. He always has. So yeah, I told him for his 70th birthday that we would do this. And I also told him that you're going to hate it. Skag and I have not talked about this. We haven't talked about it. I haven't read his review, but I can say I'm very confident.
What
not 100%. I'm 90% confident that you gave this a sub 2 stars, maybe 1 star.
We'll see. But first,
I think you fucking hated it.
But first, your review and your rating.
Yeah, I know British humor isn't for everyone, neither is sketch comedy, but keeping that in mind and going into it knowing that it is both of those things, I really enjoyed rewatching it. I haven't seen it in probably, it's probably been like 20 years. 20 years. So it was like watching it for the first time. Some of the best stuff. I loved the Sermon on the Mount, how it's from the perspective of all these people in the nosebleeds and they're just fighting with each other and they can't understand what he's saying. The lady's like, blessed is the meek. That's nice. The cheesemakers. Did he say the cheesemakers? That was a crack up. And then I love the women dressing up as men to go to the stonings, because that's totally what would happen. Women are just way more into the gore and the drama of things like that, and they couldn't really participate in society. So I thought that was really funny. And then of course, they were just so ahead of the times on this tranny thing. Like, I want you to call me Loretta because I want to have a baby, and they're just appalled. They're like, you don't have a womb. Like, where's the baby gonna gestate? Like, just call me Loretta. And then of course, there's some good Jew zingers in there. And there's a lot of good commentary on groupthink. Maybe that appealed to you. There's that scene where Brian's like, you've all got to think for yourselves. And then they all say back, we all have to think for ourselves. So generally, I think it was ahead of its time in terms of gender issues and this transgender phenomenon and the perils of groupthink. I think it was great fun. Great fun. 4 out of 5.
Well, you know me well, and I feel bad because I don't know your dad personally. I don't want to insult your dad personally.
Tell me, is it 1 or 2?
I fucking hated this movie. I hated everything about it. And the things that you're talking about, I wonder if maybe some of it was there are some things to be appreciated in the writing if I could understand what the hell they're saying half the time, between the thick accents and the kind of intentional muffling that is the ridiculous voices that are presented, specifically with characters like Brian's mom, who I for the love of God, please just die off, or just
you gotta
go
put the subtitles on.
Okay. So, but I always start with the best, and you already hit point 1 for me. There's almost nothing about the writing or the performance of this movie that I enjoyed. However, the Loretta scene was spooky accurate to today.
Yeah.
And you've explained how. And the video, if you've never seen the movie, is in the review. So you can check that scene out. It's like 3 minutes. It is crazy. It's what's the point of fighting to have babies if you can't have babies, was the line. It's symbolic of our struggle against oppression.
Yeah.
We have to fight for his right to have babies,
Even if he can never
even if he
have
doesn't
babies.
have the right, or
Right.
even if he doesn't have the ability. It was an interesting scene.
And it was Judith that said that too, right?
She's part of that dialogue, but it's the
I'm pretty sure that the only woman was the one that was like, "We need to fight for the right for you to do this."
You're
even
right.
If you never
She
can."
was supportive.
Hmm.
I thought the closing song was catchy. That has been playing in my mind all week long, and the whistling. I can't deny that and I know that song has been played. It's obviously supposed to be sort of ironic or sarcastic as they're all crucified, but that song has been played at funerals and been played at all sorts of, supposedly bad events as a reminder of looking at the bright side of life. And the song's good. I can appreciate that. But as far as just my inability to enjoy this movie, I just don't find it funny. Like, haha, I get it. The combat is clumsy. Oh my God. Their fighting is awkward. The high pitched voices, and specifically Brian's mom, which I'll get to in a minute. The comedy is always, we're having an argument in spite of a more pressing matter. We should be attending to that, but we're arguing about something stupid. Hilarious. Absolutely, absolutely hilarious. And then it's just Brian screaming and running away from things repeatedly. And that's pretty much the movie repeated several times. And the best I can say is that it's not that long. It's 90 minutes. So it ends the misery relatively quickly. But this high-pitched voice, the Brian's mom character, I couldn't stand, as though just a man presenting as a woman is inherently funny for some reason, but then using the most annoying, non-understandable voice possible. That was bad enough, but then they brought it back for another character. They have that old man that Brian runs into later who speaks in the same goddamn voice, played by the same guy, and I have to look at his balls as he's running around. Not funny. Still not funny, even with his balls dangling out.
You do see his balls.
Still not funny. And then maybe you can explain it to me. What the hell was that spaceship bullshit?
What in God's name is that? I don't remember seeing that, but I don't remember much from the film when I watched it when I was young. Yeah. But I do remember thinking when I watched it recently, like, that kind of came out of nowhere. It's
just, to me, unless I'm missing something, maybe someone can explain it to me. It's just, wow, look how absurd and silly this is. But it's
British humor. It's 70s British humor.
But it's totally unrelated to any premise or any setting of the movie. It makes no sense.
Oh, the alien thing? Yeah.
Totally unexplained. And I guess the comedy is, wow, look how outrageous this is. But without anything linking it to the premise or the logic of the movie, I don't get the comedy. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just annoying.
I mean, I can't convince you that something is funny if it doesn't do it for
That's
you.
true. Yeah. It's not a, I guess my problem is that comedy relies on some sort of logical connection to the premise. And it seemed like that there's no connection whatsoever.
Did you laugh at Biggest Dickus?
Well, that is, I guess, what you could say about my review. Wait until Biggest Dickus hears of this. He's going to be very, very angry because it's a one wiki for me.
Get the hell out of here. And may God have mercy on your soul.
It's right down there with Blade Runner. What was the other one? Doctor Strangelove. Are those the only two one wikis I've given?
And you like Dogma?
The only other one was the obligatory one wiki for Leon the Professional.
Fine.
But at least this didn't have pedo themes, okay? So it's not the worst.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Now I feel bad. If I ever do meet your dad, I'm going to have to shake his hand and look him in the eye and say, I'm sorry for what I've done to a movie that holds a special place in your heart. But maybe he would grant me the decency of a heart-to-heart conversation about what it is that I've missed and what I don't understand about the wisdom that supposedly exists in this film.
I don't know. I think with British humor, you either think it's funny or you don't.
I am in the latter. I don't get it at all. So,
can I get you to watch something on Netflix?
Like what? A movie or a series?
No, it's a okay. I'm not into sketch comedy. I don't like it, but I was watching the show with my brother called I Think You Should Leave, and I'm pretty sure that show's hilarious. So I kind of want a second opinion on it. I don't know anybody else that's watched it.
How much of a time commitment is it?
Each episode's 15 minutes.
How many episodes?
I mean, there's 2 seasons, but like we watched it in like a night.
But could I get a handle on it
alone on this one?
out of a couple of episodes?
Yeah.
Or would I have to watch it all? Well, either people see things I don't get, or they're just doing this to spite me. But the majority, not the majority, the plurality rating from the audience right now is 5 wikis. However,
it's because people love my dad. That's why.
My one wiki team is not too far behind at almost a quarter of the vote. So perhaps a polarizing movie. We'll see if that evens out as the votes come in. And next week we will get back to Dread. That was supposed to be up this week, but of course we changed the movie to accommodate Blonde's dad's birthday. So we will return to Dread for next week. And then we have a fresh list of nominations for February from listener Charles. The new nominations are The Fifth Element, The Big Lebowski, Network, RoboCop, Predator, Office Space, and Rear Window. Is that a good...
That is a great list. A bunch of those were on my original list. Rear Window, that's a fantastic movie.
I have seen a couple of them, but of course that doesn't eliminate them from consideration. I won't say which because I don't want that to influence people's votes. But the ones that I've seen, I have a generally favorable view of. Let's put it that way.
Oh, I've talked about hating The Big Lebowski so many times on this show.
That's not one that I've seen, but I feel like it's probably a movie I would like.
Oh, it's
based
so
on my
overrated.
knowledge of it.
Oh God, I love the Coen Brothers too. That fucking movie. I've never seen Network.
Well, as a reminder, if you'd like to read my movie reviews, if you want to comment how wrong I am about Life of Brian or any of the others, you want to submit your own rating, vote for the next one, or sign up for the chance to be the movie nominator for the month, the one and only place to do that is in my weekly movie review column, linked in the description and on the homepage of the website. That's mattchristiansenmedia.com. I wonder if there will be a handful of comments this week from people claiming to be Blonde's dad that just say, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
I know.
We shall see.
I thought this was going to be like something that I could do for him where I could get out of buying him a present, but I think I'm going to have to buy him a present now.
We probably owe him a gift after that one.
Yeah.
But, well, happy birthday. And I feel bad, but that can't
Skag
make me be kind to this
hated your movie
movie.
and you're old. Sorry.
What a great day.